All right, what's going on, man? Let's talk about it. This is why the Celtics, in my opinion, will not beat the Cavaliers in a 7 game series right now. Honestly, the Celtics are a pretty talented team. They're a young team, but they play great defense. But right now, that offense is struggling. Now, I've watched maybe 10, 10 to 12 Celtics game, probably not 12, maybe around like 10 Celtics games this year. And almost every single one of those games, they barely crack 100. Now, I know that's because they play at a slow pace, but honestly, man, they have a bunch of young guys, and I think they actually need to pick the pace up a little bit, man. You have Kyrie, Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, Marcus Smart, Terry Rozier. Who else am I forgetting that's pretty young? I guess we consider Shane Larkin. He's getting minutes now. Marcus Morris, he's not above 30 years old yet, if I'm not mistaken. So you got 7 key young guys that will be in the rotation. All Harford is he's a little older, man. He's a vet in this game right now. I think he's been in the NBA since like '06, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the year him, Joakim Noah, Corey Brewer, those guys came out. So he's older. But honestly, they need to pick the pace up because their offense gets real stagnated. Sometimes they move the ball. Honestly, I didn't mean to use the word stagnant because that means they're not moving at all. They're moving the ball, but honestly, they need to be able to create more open shots for their main scorers. I think they move the ball, and the guys that they give the ball to aren't really at that. Like that's not really their thing to score. Now I watched the game today. It was the Celtics versus the Sixers. Kyrie Irving was out, and they struggled to score points. They usually do this, but I think they honestly need to start giving the ball to Jason Tatum more. Now I'm a Duke fan, so maybe I'm a little biased when I say this, but he needs more touches. This guy is shooting about 50% from the field, over 45% from three, but he's not getting that many touches. You got Marcus Smart, Terry Rozier taking similar amount of shots as him, Marcus Morris even. So I think in as far as field goal attempts go per game, it should be Kyrie Irving number one, Al Horford maybe number two, and then 3A or 3B should be Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. But I think especially when Kyrie Irving sits out, Jason Tatum needs to be taking a minimum of 15 shots. And honestly, it just seems like they're just giving the ball to anybody. Like let me just look at the game from today. Let me tell you the shot attempts from today's game, which was Boston versus the Sixers, because they should not have lost this game. They lost 89-80. Um, Sixers do play solid defense, but let me tell you the shot attempts how they go. Al Harford took 11 shots. Jason Tatum took 11. Marcus Smart took 11. He should never take that many. Um, Terry Rozier took 7. I guess that's not bad. Marcus Morris took 9. But they only even attempted 74 shots. That's kind of why they need to pick the pace up a little bit, because you got Jason Tatum. He didn't have the greatest game today. He had 2 turnovers. He went 4 of 11. Nobody really shot good. Marcus Smart actually shot pretty solid. Like he had a pretty good game now that I'm looking at it. But on the regular, he never shoots that good. And then he's a struggling 3-point shooter, as he went 1 for 4 today. Nobody really had a great game from the Celtics. But they need to pick the pace up and get more easy baskets in transition, because you see they struggle to score points. Like, let me just go look at their last 10 games. Let me tell you what their averages were. They had a good game against the Pelicans, but that went to overtime, so we'll exclude that. They did play the Sixers. Kyrie went off. They did beat them not too long ago, 114 to 103. But let me just tell you what these guys did. They scored 80 points today. 80 points in the NBA game? Are you the Jazz or something? They got 113, but that's in overtime. They got 114 against the Sixers. So that's in their last 10 games we got one with 80, and we're not counting the overtime game with the Pelicans. All right. 70s against Sixers, they got 114, so we make it even. We need you to be scoring over 100 points a game. Against the Nets, they won 87-85. So that's another game under 100. Timberwolves 91-84. That's 3 games under 100. Cavaliers 102-88. Oop, barely. Okay, the Nets 108-105. Okay, we're even now. Rockets 99-98. Another one on him. And that's the Rockets, who put up a million shots a game. Especially three. So that should be long rebounds, easy fast break points. All right. So what is that? Okay, that's 7. Hornets 102-98. So that's eight. It's tied up right now. They lost 103 to 111 to the Wizards. So we'll give them another point for that. And the Bulls, they won 117 to 92. So they're looking like the goddamn Spurs with all that, and they got way more younger talent than the Spurs. So honestly, I think they need to pick that pace up if they want to have any chance of beating the Cavs, because they already don't have anybody that can guard LeBron. Like physically, he's just too dominating for them. Isaiah Thomas hasn't gotten his rhythm back yet, so well, I don't really know how deadly they'll be, but I just know it's LeBron. He's gonna be in the Eastern Conference Finals no matter what, whether he's in a 2 or the 3 seed. But I'm just saying if they match up, I just can't see any way right now that they win, especially with their scoring struggle, with with their ability to not put up 100 points. So um honestly, they need to get that scoring together. They're 14th in offensive efficiency. 14th? Let's take a look at what the Cavs are. The Cavs don't play nearly the amount of defense that the Celtics play. But when it comes down to the playoffs, I trust Isaiah Thomas and LeBron and Kevin Love to make some baskets. So even got Derrick Rose. Hopefully he's healthy. That's my favorite player, by the way. So let's just go look at it where they rank in pace. They rank 20th in pace. You telling me you got Kyrie, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, Terry Rozier, Marcus Morris, Shane Larkin. You in your 20th in pace? What? All right. So let's go look at offensive efficiency. Like I said, yeah, 14th. Their offensive efficiency is 104.8. Now let's look at the teams they might potentially play in the playoffs. Who offenses are better? All right. So let's say they make it to the finals. Golden State 113, Houston 112, Minnesota 110, Toronto 110, Cleveland 110, Indiana 108 point. Well, I guess you give them just round that off to 109, but it's 108.7. New Orleans they will never play them in the playoffs. New Orleans not going anywhere. Milwaukee 107. Denver's not making it. I can't see any way Denver makes it. Washington 106. OKC, I don't see any way they make it, but 105. And San Antonio 105. So they're behind. They're just behind the Spurs at 105. But the Spurs, we know what they do when it's playoff time. Now the Celtics have 8 new players. I mean, let's look. Marcus Morris, Gordon Hayward. Well, we're not gonna include Gordon Hayward. Marcus Morris, Shane Larkin, Jason Tatum. I guess I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name, but it's like Oyola. I don't know how to say it, but it's Aaron Baines, Kyrie. All right, Jason Tatum. Shane Larkin, Aaron Baines. I'm not forgetting these Celtics player Oyola, whatever. Let me just go look at it, man. That's too much work. I can't remember it off the top of my head right now. I guess I'm falling under the pressure. So all right, so we're gonna list it now. I don't know who Kadeem Allen is. He barely plays. Aaron Baines, Gordon Hayward, Kyrie Irving, Shane Larkin, Marcus Morris, Nader, Semi Yolier. I'm not sure how you say his name. Jason Tatum, Daniel Theis, and Yabusele. I don't even know how to say you guys. I don't even know how to see these guys' names. So honestly, I just can't see any way that the Cavs will lose to the Celtics in a 7-game series. That was the whole point of the video. Celtics have to get their offense together now. Maybe my opinion might change. And just to preface this, I never even prefaced this. I hate LeBron, so I'm not rooting for him to get to the finals. So I hope the Celtics take him out, or I don't care who takes him out, honestly. But I think the Celtics got the roster to do so, and maybe even Gordon Hayward comes back. But right now, I can't see any way that they lose to these guys. So that's about it for the video. Hopefully, you guys leave a comment below, subscribe, do all that good stuff, man. I appreciate all that, and I'm out. Skirt.